hot news going down in the town, all around this industry, the entertainment industry. Everything is coming to its bottom. Chrissy, Jim Jones' wife, just been slapped by Jim Jones' son and kicked her out of the house. Man, this shit is just going haywire. Did you know Jim Jones is under major investigation right now, saying that he's a part of the underworld and all this. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all brothers that's out there in this rap game and this thing that's moving and grooving, you better learn how to let that life go. Learn how to let it go. You got money, take your money, invest it well, and do the right thing with it. Why y'all keep playing around with these people? They gonna burn your ass.
She wasn't about to sit back and let
y'all not smelling the coffee that's burning in the kitchen.
And Jim had been fighting behind closed doors about Brooke. Chrissy was reportedly furious after
hard head make a soft ass.
And we're not talking friendly, hey, how are you messages. Oh no, these were late night, I miss you, and come through type of messages. Yeah, it was bad. And oh, he saw all of it. He watched Chrissy confront Jim. He saw Jim try to gaslight Chrissy into believing it was all in her head. He saw Jim sneak off to business meetings that just so happened to line up with Brooke's vacation schedule. And honey, let me tell you, Joseph was not happy. But it wasn't until Chrissy took things too far that Joseph finally snapped. It all went down last week at Jim's house. Chrissy had come over to confront Jim after hearing that he had been spotted with Brooke again. And this time, Chrissy wasn't just mad, she was out for blood. According to insiders, Chrissy showed up to the house completely unhinged. She was yelling, throwing things, and demanding answers. Jim was trying to calm her down, but Chrissy, oh honey, she was not hearing it. She allegedly started breaking glasses and tearing up furniture. And that's when Joseph stepped in. Joseph, who had been sitting in the next room trying to ignore the chaos, finally had enough. He walked into the room, stood between Chrissy and his father, and told Chrissy to calm down. And Chrissy? Oh, she was not about to take orders from a 20-something
yeah, she should have.
Old kid. She reportedly got up in Joseph's face, pointed her finger at him, and said, "This is between me and your father. Stay the hell out of it."
Oh, yeah.
And Joseph? Oh, honey, he saw red. Before anyone could process what was happening, Joseph reportedly slapped Chrissy across the face hard.
The son of Jim Jones did
right.
that.
Joseph slapped Chrissy. And not a light slap. Insiders say it was so
loud
that it echoed through the house. Chrissy stumbled back, holding her cheek in shock. And Jim? Oh, he just stood there with his mouth hanging open.
Y'all hit them likes and subscribe to the channel. Big John.
After slapping
Jim
Chrissy,
Jones and
Joseph
Chrissy.
reportedly pointed toward the door.
Lord Jim Jones smacked Chrissy.
At first, Chrissy
kicked her out of the house.
But Joseph? Oh, honey, he was dead serious.
Man, Chrissy needed coming anyway. She don't know how to respect nobody anyway. She swears she the shit.
Chrissy was still standing there in shock,
pig face,
clutching her face. But Joseph wasn't playing games. He reportedly grabbed Chrissy's purse, threw it onto the
Big
lawn,
John from
and
Big
said,
John's spot.
"That's your last warning." And Chrissy? Oh, honey, she had no choice
and
but to
the adamant
leave.
fisherman.
Sources say she stumbled
going
out
fishing
of the
with
house,
Dad, Pop.
tears running down her face, and stood on the sidewalk in disbelief. And
Jim Jones is under a major investigation right now anyway by the feds for him having some dealings with the underworld. I'm telling you, man, you black brothers out there, man, that's out there, y'all got a little bit of money. Y'all brothers better do the right thing, man. Turn y'all cheek and turn away from that other lifestyle. It's not going to win, man. You don't win in that game. Get your lives together. Take your money and do the right thing with it and get the shit away from that stuff, man. Smell the coffee that's burning in the kitchen, man. Come on. You don't see what's happening? Oh, you think you can get by. You can make it. You can slip through the cracks, huh? Bullshit.
Because what I'm about to tell you will make this
hit them likes, hit them subscriptions, hit them subscriptions, hit them likes, y'all.
That Jim Jones' son,
it don't cost you nothing.
Slapped Chrissy Lampkin and kicked her out of the house. Buckle up, because the truth behind why Joseph snapped is even messier than you could imagine. Let's pick up right where we left off. Chrissy standing on the sidewalk. clutching her cheek in disbelief after Joseph slapped her and kicked her out. And Jim? Oh, he was still standing in the doorway, too stunned to even move. But the story didn't end there. In fact, this is where it gets even more explosive. According to insiders, Chrissy didn't leave quietly. Oh no, honey, Chrissy may have been humiliated, but she wasn't about to go down without a fight. Sources say that after Joseph locked the door, Chrissy started banging on it hard. Neighbors reportedly heard her screaming, "Open the damn door, Joseph." Who the hell do you think you are? But Joseph? Oh, he wasn't hearing it. He reportedly told his father, "Let her scream. She's not getting back in." And here's the part that's got everybody talking. Jim just stood there and let it happen.
Yeah, he's probably tired of it
stood
too.
outside for nearly 15 minutes, screaming and cursing at both Jim and Joseph. But when it became clear that they weren't going to let her back in, Chrissy pulled out her phone and started calling people.
He never
And
married
guess who
her
showed
or
up?
nothing.
He
Mama
didn't know he got
Jones.
to, then he couldn't
Yes,
dealing with that
honey,
bullshit.
Mama Jones, the queen
Chrissy
of
was
drama
crazy,
herself,
man. She thought
pulled
she
up
was
to the
like a
house
bully,
in her
a
SUV
female
like
That's
she
all
was
bully.
she
about to
was.
start a
Yeah.
war.
But she didn't
According
want
to
to
neighbors,
pick her,
Mama
yeah,
Jones
exactly.
stormed up to the front door, banging on it louder than Chrissy. And when Joseph opened the door, oh honey, it was on. Mama Jones reportedly got right in
Mama
Joseph's
Jones
face
used to
and
dig in her
said,
ass. She
"Have you
ain't
lost
like
your
her
damn
either.
mind?" Joseph reportedly fired back,
Say
saying,
he
"What
cheating
Dad
with
should have
Brooke.
done years ago." And Jim, still standing there like a statue. Mama Jones wasn't having it. According to insiders, she pointed at Jim and said, "You're really gonna stand there and let him treat Chrissy like that?" Joseph reportedly cut her off, saying, "Chrissy deserved it." Now,
She
at
got
this
tired.
point,
He got tired
Chrissy
of
was
He
still
did.
standing
his mother
outside on
and
the
her
lawn,
arguing.
He never had no peace.
and Mama Jones, oh honey, she had heard enough.
Because she tried to
She
give him an
reportedly turned to
ultimatum.
Joseph
Yeah,
and
your
said,
mother. I
"You
mean,
Yeah,
need
you
to
can't
leave
do
this
that.
now."
That's
But
right.
Joseph, oh honey, he was not backing down. He reportedly told his grandmother, "Chrissy's been using Dad for years. All she's ever done is take and take. And you know what? Dad's too weak to stand up to her, so I did it for him." And that's when Chrissy reportedly lost it. She ran back up to the door and screamed, "I've been using him? After everything I've put up with." And that's when the real tea started spilling, because Joseph reportedly turned to Chrissy and said, "Don't act like you're innocent. I know everything." Now, honey, when I say everything, I mean everything. According to sources close to the situation, Joseph had been sitting on some pretty damning information about Chrissy, and he was about to let it all out. Joseph reportedly yelled, "I saw the text, Chrissy. Don't play dumb." Chrissy reportedly went pale. And Mama Jones? Oh, honey, she was sitting there with her mouth wide open. According to
Hit them
insiders,
lights, y'all.
Joseph had found messages on Chrissy's phone between her and a mystery man, and we're not talking about some flirty emojis. No, honey, we're talking full-on late night. "I miss you," messages, explicit photos, and even plans to meet up behind Jim's back.
Wow.
And here's where it gets even messier, because Joseph reportedly knew exactly who the mystery man was.
Uh-oh.
Joseph reportedly said, "You think you're slick? Meeting up with Dad's business partner behind his back."
Uh-oh.
Yes, honey, you heard that right. Chrissy wasn't just creeping. She was allegedly creeping with Jim's business partner. And Joseph had the receipts. Chrissy reportedly denied it at first, but Joseph wasn't having it.
Sneaky
He
ass
reportedly
woman.
pulled out his phone and showed Jim the
Told you,
screenshots.
man, they deceptional
And
as
Jim?
well.
Oh, honey, Jim was
Ninjas
shocked.
don't cheat. Women
According to
cheat too.
insiders, Jim grabbed the phone.
That's why you gotta
scrolled
play
through
your
the
game
messages,
right and straight,
turned
man.
ghost white. He reportedly looked at Chrissy and said, "How could you?" And Chrissy? Oh, honey, she didn't even try to deny it. She reportedly said, "You've been doing it to me for years. I was just giving you a taste of your own medicine."
Wow.
Joseph reportedly fired back. "So you thought sleeping with Dad's business partner was the answer?" And Chrissy? Oh, honey, she reportedly looked him right in the eye and said, "Yeah, I did." According to insiders, that's when Jim lost it. He reportedly threw the phone across the room and screamed, "Get the hell out." Chrissy reportedly stormed out, screaming back at him, "You don't get to play the victim now." And Joseph? Oh, honey, he reportedly turned to his father and said, "Told you." And Mama Jones? Oh, honey, she was sitting there with her arms crossed like, "I tried to warn you." But here's where it gets even messier, because according to insiders, this wasn't the first time Chrissy had been caught creeping. Oh no, Joseph reportedly had evidence that Chrissy had been sneaking around for months. He reportedly told Jim, "You think this is the first time? Dad, she's been playing you for years, and you were too blind to see it." And Jim? Oh honey, he reportedly sat down on the couch, put his head in his hands, and said, "I don't even know who she is anymore." But Joseph? Oh honey, he wasn't done yet. According to sources, Joseph told his father, "You need to cut her off now." And Jim? Well, sources say he's already talking to his lawyers. But here's the part that's got everyone talking. Who is this mystery man that Chrissy's been creeping with? And why was Joseph so involved in this situation? Well, honey, that's where things take a turn. Because from what I'm hearing, Joseph wasn't just protecting his father. He was protecting something much bigger. And when you hear what it is, you're going to understand exactly why Joseph finally snapped. But hold that thought, because this story is far from over. Stay tuned for part 3, because the truth about Chrissy's mystery man and the fallout from Joseph's life. Oh honey, it's about to get even uglier.
Wow.
If that part 2 was messy, buckle up, because part 3 is about to blow your mind.
Wow,
When
check it
Joseph
out.
slapped Chrissy and kicked her out,
Check it
everyone
out.
thought
The
that
Jim
was the
Jones
climax,
scandal.
but honey,
The Chrissy
that
scandal.
was just the beginning. What happened after Chrissy was thrown out is even more shocking. Because let me tell you, the fallout from this scandal didn't just affect Jim and Chrissy. It's threatening to tear down Jim's entire empire. Let's pick up right where we left off. Chrissy's standing on the sidewalk.
Man, that thing with 2025 is real, ain't it, y'all? Huh? It's real. I'm telling you, that thing that Cat Williams said, that 2025, it is not a joke that all truth will be revealed and out. It is really out. It's here.
Email list on there.
Humiliated and furious after Joseph exposed her affair with Jim's business partner. Jim sitting on the couch, head in his hands, completely destroyed by the betrayal. And Joseph? Oh honey, he wasn't done yet. According to sources close to the situation, Joseph wasn't just angry about Chrissy's betrayal. He was angry about what it could cost Jim financially. Because here's the thing, the business partner that Chrissy was allegedly creeping with, he wasn't just some random associate. He was reportedly one of the primary investors in Jim's real estate empire.
Wow.
Yes, honey, Chrissy wasn't just messing with Jim emotionally. She was messing with his money. Joseph reportedly told Jim, "If this gets out, it's not just going to be embarrassing. You could lose everything." And Jim? Oh honey, Jim was already on the verge of losing it. He reportedly got up, grabbed his phone, and started calling his lawyers. But Joseph? He was already ahead of him. According to insiders, Joseph had been doing some digging for weeks. He reportedly suspected Chrissy was involved with this business partner for a while, but it wasn't until he saw the receipts that he realized just how deep it went. Joseph reportedly told Jim, "You need to cut ties with him. Now, if you don't, this is going to blow up in your face." And Jim? He knew Joseph was right. According to sources, Jim immediately called his business manager and told him to start dissolving any partnerships connected to Chrissy's mystery man. And honey, that's where things got even messier. Because apparently, the business partner, who's rumored to be named Freddie G, wasn't about to go down without a fight. According to insiders, Freddie reportedly called Jim the next day and threatened to take legal action. Allegedly, Freddie claimed that Chrissy had promised him a stake in Jim's business, and that if Jim tried to cut him off, he would sue for breach of contract. Yes, honey, Chrissy didn't just cheat. She allegedly leveraged her relationship with Freddie to get him involved in Jim's business deals. And now that the truth is out, Freddie is reportedly demanding his cut or else. And that's not even the worst part, because according to sources, Freddie is holding onto something that could completely destroy Jim's career. Freddie reportedly has video evidence of Chrissy and him together, and from what I'm hearing, it's bad. Freddie allegedly told Jim, "If you try to cut me off, I'm going to leak the video." Yes, honey, a full-on blackmail situation. And Jim? Oh honey, Jim was ready to fight. According to insiders, Jim reportedly told Freddie, if you try to leak that video, you're going to regret it. But here's where it gets really ugly. Because apparently, Chrissy already knew about the video and she was counting on it. According to sources, Chrissy reportedly told Freddie, if Jim tries to cut you off, drop the video, let him suffer. Yes, honey, Chrissy was not just cheating. She was actively plotting against Jim. And when Joseph found out, oh honey, he snapped. According to insiders, Joseph confronted Chrissy directly. He reportedly called her and said, you really think you're going to play my father like that? And Chrissy? Oh honey, she wasn't even fazed. She reportedly told Joseph, I gave your father 15 years of my life. I'm taking what I deserve. Joseph reportedly fired back. You didn't give him 15 years. You used him for 15 years. And Chrissy? Oh honey, she reportedly said, so what? He used me too. At that point, Joseph reportedly lost it. According to insiders, Joseph called Freddie directly and told him, if you leak that video, you'll regret it. And Freddie? Oh honey, he wasn't backing down. Freddie reportedly told Joseph, if I go down, I'm taking your father with me. And that's when things took a turn that no one saw coming. Because according to insiders, Joseph reportedly called VH1 and told them he had a story. Yes, honey, Joseph reportedly told VH1 that he had proof that Chrissy had been cheating with Freddie for over a year and that Jim had known about it the whole time. Joseph reportedly told VH1, you want a storyline? I've got one. And VH1? Oh honey, they were ready to jump on it. According to insiders, VH1 is already planning a special 2-part episode on the scandal, and they want Jim, Chrissy, and Joseph to sit down together and talk about it on camera. And Jim? Oh honey, he's considering it. Sources say Jim is thinking about using the scandal to his advantage, turning it into a redemption arc to rebuild his image. But Chrissy? Oh honey, she's not about to let that happen. Chrissy reportedly told Jim, if you go on camera and try to play the victim, I'm going to expose everything. And Joseph? He reportedly told Chrissy, you already exposed yourself. But here's where things get even messier. Because according to sources, Chrissy is reportedly working with Freddie to secure a separate deal with BT, where they would tell their side of the story. Yes, honey, this is about to turn into a full-on TV war. And Joseph? He's ready for it. According to insiders, Joseph reportedly told his father, you need to cut them off completely. No contact, no business deals, no phone calls. And Jim? Oh honey, Jim reportedly agreed. But here's the part that's got everybody talking. Joseph is reportedly preparing to file a restraining order against Chrissy and Freddie. Yes, honey, a restraining order. Joseph reportedly told his father, she's dangerous. She's already tried to ruin you financially. Next time, it could be worse. And Jim? Oh honey, Jim is reportedly listening. According to insiders, Jim has already cut off Chrissy financially. No more credit cards, no more access to business accounts, nothing. And Chrissy? Oh honey, she's mad. According to insiders, Chrissy is already threatening to take Jim to court for emotional damages, and she reportedly wants half of his business. But Joseph? He's not worried. Sources say Joseph reportedly told his father, she's not getting a dime. And Jim? He reportedly nodded and said, let her try. But honey, if you think this is the end, oh, you're wrong. Because from what I'm hearing, Freddie is still sitting on that video, and if it gets out, oh honey, this could destroy Jim's career forever. So what happens next?
Involved.
Does Freddie leak the video? Does Chrissy
Even
take
if he
Jim to
did,
court?
his ass gonna
And will
fall
Joseph
too.
be able to keep
So
his
it's
father's
a
empire
catch
from falling
22 to
apart?
the whole
One
situation.
thing's for sure, this story is far
Chrissy
from
one,
over.
they need to just
Stay
both of them
tuned,
need to cut her
because when that
ass
video
off
drops,
and
honey,
get out
it's
and
going to
leave
break
her
the
alone.
internet.
Let her see
So
the
what do you
bottom.
think, family? Did Joseph go too far
See
by
how she
slapping
tried to tear
Chrissy
2 men
and kicking
down.
her out? Or was he just protecting his father from more betrayal?
That's right.
And what about Freddie? Do you think he's really going to leak that video and destroy
Y'all hit
Jim's
them
career?
like, subscription,
And
subscribe
Chrissy,
to the channel.
does
It's
she
Big
deserve a
John
piece
coming
of
to you
Jim's
live
empire
from Big
after
John
everything
spot,
that's happened?
y'all.
Or is she just playing the victim? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe.